You know, I heard they recently decided to add more hops to it.
And I'm in the front row, and I'm hammered drunk.
You do not have anything to drink. Can I get you a tasty refreshment?
Yes, I'll have a beer.
Wunderbar.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
And welcome to another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. My name is Aaron, and I am joined by the Euchre looter, Andy.
That's me.
You call it on bullshit.
I do that all the time. I am both proud and ashamed.
But somehow, I had left 9. Fucking got a point.
No, I didn't have left 9. I had right 9 and horrible offsuit.
And like a queen.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And everything else was a 10. How the fuck? It's amazing that the wives...
Still play with us?
Right, because it's always, it's I don't know, it's just how it ended up years ago. It's me and Andrew on a team against the women. And it's me, like, we got to be like 107 and 2, like all time.
Yeah.
Because we've only, like, I can definitely think of, there's only been a couple times we've legitimately lost.
I know.
Like, count on one hand how many times
Pretty
we've
close.
lost to the women in Euchre.
And it's not for lack of trying.
No, they give it their all.
They give it their all, and I do call it on bullshit.
You call it on bullshit. I'm just there to fucking ride the wave, baby.
I call it on bullshit.
I think we played 2 games tonight. I think I called it 3 times.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times.
But I know, if I call it, I'm fucking getting a point.
I was actually going to say that. The nice part about playing with us as a team, know I'm going to call it on bullshit.
And I just got to fucking...
And I know when you call it, we're good.
We're at least getting a point.
Yeah. I don't have to worry. Oh, Aaron's calling it? All right.
Okay, we're good.
Right. If I can take a trick or two, that's just icing on top.
Usually, usually if I call it, I'm getting 3 books by myself.
Yeah.
But it's a bonus if you can get the other 2.
Tonight when you called it and I threw the left out after I took the first trick, that was a nice little surprise.
Mm-hmm. You like that?
Yeah. Playback.
Yeah, after the hand, you have to. Oh,
Yeah.
I only had 9 10s and fucking.
Yeah.
There was a hand where Anna legitimately only had 9s and 10s.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad because
we don't ever call ace no face or farmer's hand. We don't.
Yeah, we don't
redeal on that shit.
Yeah, we play fucking stick the dealer.
Yeah, let it ride.
Yep.
Let it ride.
Yep. What you dealt is what you got.
That's fuck yeah, it is.
Yep.
Unless the dealer fucks up the deal.
Okay.
Then you have to read. Yeah.
But then you just redeal and.
Yeah. Once you got your hand, that's your fucking hand.
That's your hand.
Yeah. There's no bullshit because there was
no handouts.
There was one time we were playing. We didn't have fuck else to do. We were in Wisconsin at the cabin, and we were playing euchre, and everybody would they would play redeal.
Pass the deal.
Pass the deal. Goes around twice. It took forever to get through a game. If you have a mediocre hand, it's like, well, fuck, I don't want to do that. Fuck that.
Liz's family does that.
Just keeps passing. Like, I don't want that.
We'll pass it. They don't typically. If we're playing euchre, we'll pass the deal maybe 2 times.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember the one time we did play like that. It just took forever.
Yeah, we don't always do it. Usually, by the second time around, someone's calling it.
Yeah. Which is good.
We don't pass too often.
My parents taught me how to play euchre pretty young, but I didn't grasp the concept of it really until I was in my 20s.
We played it in high school. In fact, we got banned.
We
got cards banned
from playing euchre
because it seemed like all my grade and most of the high school decided euchre was going to be the gambling.
Oh, there was money on it?
Not so much money, just if every waking hour, any downtime you got, cards were getting pulled out.
Yeah.
And euchre games were going.
I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's better than, doing drugs.
Oh, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But that's when I think a lot of people in my grade learned how to stack decks.
Oh, yeah? I'm not good enough to do that.
I can't.
No.
I don't have the patience.
It's
to
not like
sit there
I
and learn.
don't play cards for money though. Like maybe once a year at the campsite. Usually on Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Somebody at the campsite will have a poker tournament. It's $20.
Yeah, but that's different. That's poker.
Right, but I'm saying like I don't put money on cards.
Yeah.
I don't go to the fucking casino.
Yeah.
I don't. I know there's euchre tournaments out there.
Oh yeah, we had one. So back a few years ago when I took over the sheep barn in the
Yeah.
one fair,
You had a tournament?
we had a tournament.
Drew up
one
a
night.
bracket and everything?
We did.
Nice.
My wife and I sat down with like actually the whole sheep barn, pretty much like all the parents, some of the
Your
the
uncle
kids.
and his kid?
Yeah,
Your uncle and your cousin?
Yep.
They take it a little more seriously
they
than
do.
we do.
We beat them.
Oh,
Yeah.
ruining their night.
The last game, it was between me and my partner.
Was it for money?
No,
Oh,
just bragging rights.
Just a tournament?
Yeah, just because everybody played and everybody liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was against me and my partner, and it was like luck of the draw partners too,
Yeah.
and then Liz and her partner.
That was the final.
That was the final four.
And who won? You calling on some bullshit?
I don't remember. Liz will correct me, but I think my team won until she says that her team won, in which case I'll probably concede and say her team won. But for right now, for the purpose of this podcast,
What is it?
right
You'd
now,
rather be happy or right?
yeah, exactly. I'm thinking my team won. But yeah, it was good.
Well, I mean, back in high school, we used to do poker, but none of us played euchre until we were, of legal drinking age. At least we didn't. My parents used to go over to. They had some family friends, and they used to go over and play euchre. They'd mix up the blender and fucking have some drinks and go play euchre. And we'd be hanging out in the basement at their, at the friend's place, the family friend's place, and you just hear the other, not my mother, but the other wife. Oh, what? Oh, just screaming at the top of, just getting upset over fucking euchre. I don't get upset over euchre. I mostly giggle.
Now, I will say, talking about calling it on bullshit, in that tournament, that was kind of before.
That tourniquet?
Yeah, well, that tournament, that was kind of before I started calling a lot of bullshit.
Played a little more conservatively.
I played a little bit more
Like I do.
conservatively. Yeah. No, I would still take chances, but when I took my chances, I would have higher trump than.
And again, it's just like any other card game. The more you play, the more you know. Because,
Yep.
like good poker players can go, oh, there's a 7% chance that, he draws this last club on the river. It's math. There's only so many cards.
Combinations.
Right.
And, yep.
But, yeah, I enjoy euchre. I like euchre.
I love
something
euchre.
something to do, pass the time.
So,
It's easier to bust out euchre than it is to bust out Cards Against Humanity.
yes.
Yeah.
Or poker.
Or
'Cause
poker.
You don't have to
Poker's
carry
a
around.
fucking commitment.
So long.
We used to do poker nights, like once a month or so in high school. Again, $10, $20 buy-in. I forget how it wasn't a lot, but once you're done, you fuck off and you go down to the basement and you start drinking.
Yeah. No. I like drinking and playing cards without money.
Yeah,
So euchre it is.
yeah. Euchre's safe bet.
Yeah.
It's a very Midwestern thing.
It is. I played the one time at work. We were having trouble staffing, so our deputy chief was on shift with me,
Yeah,
right? Not just, he's in charge of me. Like, no, he was
working the ambulance.
He was working the ambulance with me,
Yeah,
right? We have dinner, and after dinner, he's sitting there going, so what do you guys normally...
What do you guys do for fun?
Yeah,
around
what do you
here?
guys do after dinner? And we're like, well, most of the time, like, everybody just kind of does their own thing, or, they decide on a movie, and there's no good movies tonight, and blah, blah, blah. There's no sports on. And he goes, anybody got a deck of cards? I'm like, I do.
Always.
Always. I have multiple. I played with my drunk faces.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, that was Aaron for my 29th, 30th
I
birthday.
don't remember.
One of my birthdays.
No, well, first off, your wife fucking she nobody should have ever told me about Shutterfly.
Oh, yeah. She duped you.
Yeah. So yeah, I made a deck of playing cards with 4 pictures on the back of the card. It's 4 pictures of Andrew hammered.
Yes. And so...
Very flattering deck of cards,
Oh,
if I
yeah.
say so myself.
And so I broke that deck out. Everybody laughed. We had a good
chuckle.
Had a good chuckle.
Best $10 I've ever spent.
And then we played a couple games of euchre.
It's something to pass the time.
My deputy chief was not my partner.
He doesn't like it when you call it on bullshit.
He had lots of choice words.
What the fuck did you call that on?
Because pretty much. I
Again,
think
you're calling it on like left 9, 10.
No, I think that one was I called it on like a 9-10 queen,
It's calling on bullshit.
and we got all of them.
Got all 5.
And my partner was just like, "I'm cool. Like this is fun."
It's definitely entertaining.
Because I even like the one guy came down here and played a couple games after helping with the house with me and Dad and Liz, so he kind of knows how I play.
Yeah.
And I said before we started playing to my partner, right? Hey, fair warning. I like to call stupid shit sometimes. That's just me. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I'm just happy we're playing. I don't get to play much. Awesome. Perfect. You're like,
Just ride the wave, baby.
ride. Yeah. Just slap it and ride.
Yeah.
It's okay. And sure as shit, like 9-10 queen, we took all 5, and he's just sitting there going, "Well, hot damn!" And my fire chief's going, "What the fuck was that bullshit?"
He gets animated about euchre.
He gets animated by a lot of things. It's great.
At the campsite sometimes they do poker. They do the $20. I lost to a savant. I didn't play this year. Last year I played. Spent an afternoon playing poker, and I won big early, so I kept doing that thing. I was like, oh, fuck you. I would see your card, so I'd stay in way longer than I should have.
Yeah.
But it ended up being me and the kid. We were the last 2. And, speed things along, raising the blinds. Mm-hmm. Like, I got like 2, maybe 3 hands left. Pocket 10s came in, and I forget what he beat me on. I forget what he beat. I had pocket 10s. I think he ended up getting he got a pair of kings. I think there was a king on the river, and he had a king in his hand. So, but yeah, he ended up winning like $400 or some shit.
Oh,
like, what the hell are you gonna spend it on, kid? He was still in high school. Like, you could
soda,
candy,
chips.
Yeah.
I got to go to the Dairy Queen.
Actually, I asked him. He's like, because I saw him like a month later. So, what did you spend your money on, kid? And he's like, it took me and all my friends to the movie. I'm like, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool. But yeah,
that's a stand-up guy.
Yeah, but he's going to some big college for math.
Well, no wonder he won.
Yeah, I'm just some schmuck that ended up winning big and just sticking around.
Yeah, jeez.
Won one big hand.
Jeez.
Pocket 10s, you gotta. I'm like, fuck it, all in. You gotta. I mean, especially that late.
Yeah.
With the chances of getting something better, in 2-3 hands, that was it.
We had a coworker come back from the military. He was a Marine, and when he was on deployment, he's like, all we ever played in the military was poker.
Yeah, Hold'em.
Yep,
is the easiest to play.
And he just was like, he brought in his chips. Right, we were just playing at the firehouse with the chips and like no actual cash. So
yeah,
fucking anybody listening, there was no gambling.
Right, you're just playing cards.
We're just playing cards with the chips. Nice, fun game. Just so there's some sort of
You need an activity in your downtime.
Well, that and we played with the chips, so we knew All right.
So there can be a winner.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. He didn't like me either.
Calling it on bullshit.
Because I would call it on bullshit. Because I told him like. Sexy mustache.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was a Marine?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
I'm like, sexy mustache.
I knew he was a badass.
Yeah. I know the basics of poker, but I'm shit at it. Teach me some just pointers. And so one night, we just started playing, and he goes, before we even get the chips out and all that stuff, I'm going to flip up a couple cards. That's going to be your blind or, whatever.
Your hand.
You tell me right away if you're going to play it or pass it.
That's a good way. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
I'm like, okay. And he'd flip it. And I'm like, I'd play it. And he goes, no, fuck that. Pass that.
Fuck it, your Jack 2 or whatever.
No, it wasn't that. It'd be like an 8-9.
Offsuit?
No, same suit.
Same suit? Yeah.
And he'd be like, no.
Well, it depends. I mean, it kind of depends on, like how big. If people start betting.
Correct.
Fuck this, I'm done.
Yeah, but he's like, Yeah,
But if you can limp in on checks,
yeah, that's kind
in.
of where it got to. Like on those like close ones, he'd be like, play it for a hand or two,
see what happens.
see
the flop, and
yeah.
then
if you don't have one of your outliers on the flop, just fold.
Yeah, there's no sense in wasting the money.
Yep,
just staying in.
Yep,
that's part of the reason why I didn't last that long at that last poker game. It's fuck you. I want to see your cards.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have like a low pair, have like a pair of fours or some shit. And
yeah. Needless to say,
I want to see your cards.
I never won any of the poker games we played.
Dude, it's a fucking commitment.
It was a commitment. We do it after dinner, right? After dinner, instead of watching TV or whatnot, we just sit around and we'd play until like 12 o'clock at night. And I never won. And so...
I never won friend tournament. I've never actually won a legitimate game.
If I want
poker.
to go into a tournament and kind of have a chance, I think I'm going to stick with Euchre.
Calling it on bullshit. So I mean, what's that card game that you and your lady play? It's a 2-player card game. Don't you need like 3 decks of cards or whatever?
We play a couple. There's 3 to 13.
I don't know. I think you've tried to teach me, but I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, there's 3 to 13, and then there's 2,500 we've played before.
I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
It's anywhere between 2 and however many players you want.
Mm-hmm.
Just the more players you add, the more decks of cards you have to add. The one uses 2s and jokers, the other one doesn't.
My grandpa tried teaching me cribbage.
Fuck that game.
Yeah, base 13. Like, I didn't understand it at all, and he gave up pretty quickly.
I will stay on record. Cribbage is shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
I will play it, but it's shit.
Easiest drinking card game?
Speed
bump.
Yep. My wife tried to teach me cribbage the one day.
Can't do it. I can't do it.
Like, I was following it roughly. I was roughly following it.
This was when I was like 10. If
Yeah.
I revisited it, it would probably make sense to me, but I just have no interest.
Yeah, but it's like I love my wife. Liz, I love you. She didn't explain it very well because she explained the basic rules, but I like all the rules at once.
Mm-hmm.
So that way there's no surprises.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, oh, by the way, you can't do that.
So
yeah, some shit like that.
Pretty much what happened was she taught me the basic rules to start it. But then there's the specialty, like you flip up a jack, and if you had the jack of whatever, suit was flipped up or was whatever thing is, you get an extra 2 points. It's called knobs or something.
I don't remember any of that.
But she didn't teach me that at the start, and so we're like halfway through my first game, and she gets it, and so she goes, "Hey," and I've got knobs. I'm like, "What the hell?" So I get an extra 2 points. I'm like, what? Wait, what? So the next hand, the very next hand, I had a jack. And when I was tallying up my points, and I go, and I have the jack, so I get the narbles. And she goes, narbles? I'm like, yeah, the thing with the jack. And she goes, that's knobs. And no, you don't. I'm like, why? She goes, because your suit doesn't match this card, and that's why I got it last time. I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
Uno's another card game that we usually bust out and do stack them. We do stack them. And usually there's drinking involved.
Yeah, didn't Uno break that?
Yeah, it's not in the rules.
Myth. No, you can't stack them and you can't do this, and everybody's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, eat a dick, Uno.
Yeah. Who? Just because your name's on the fucking box,
you
think you can make up this rule?
My mom bought me Dose.
Dose.
Yeah, I've never even opened it.
Phase 10. You like Phase 10?
Yeah, I love Phase 10. Phase 10 is also a commitment, though. Phase 10, you're going to sit there for a couple hours and play Phase 10.
Mm-hmm.
I played on my phone. I like playing on my phone. It goes quicker if it's just one.
Yeah.
And me against a computer,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you have 4 people playing Phase 10, it takes forever. Would you got a whole afternoon to kill? But why not?
Yeah.
War.
God, I hate war. I hate war. I hate ERS.
War is hell.
Yeah. And all of the trees.
They were in the trees.
I remember.
Hey, man.
No, I hate fucking war. I hate ERS.
We were bored
Which
when
is
we
like
did
the-
the siblings weekend at the cabin. I think like everybody else took a nap, and I'm like, Daniel, you want to play cards? And you're like, yeah. What are we gonna play? I'm like, I don't know. War's pretty easy. Sat there for 4 fucking hours playing War.
I was gonna say I remember going to sleep with the hangover and waking up ready to drink, and you guys were still playing War.
Yeah,
the same fucking game.
The one game. We only played the one game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes forever. That's the last time I played War. That was
That-
what,
no.
4 years ago.
Slapjack. You remember Slapjack? You never played Slapjack?
I don't think so.
Pretty much, you divvy up the cards in even quantities, and the goal of the game is to end up with all the cards, and everybody takes a turn and flips a card, right, in the circle, and you slap on doubles and jacks, right? Slapjack.
Yeah.
And that's how you get the pile in the middle. And you just keep going until one person has all the cards.
Sounds like it'd take a while.
It can, it can't. So some people will play it once you're out of cards, you're out. You can't slap
out of cads.
Out of cads. You can't slap back in. Other people will say, yeah, even if you run out of cards, you're still playing. So if you are able to slap any cards, you can come back in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes it so long.
Yeah. What was the other fucking... I had another one in my head. I don't remember now. Oh, well. Too bad. So sad.
BS?
Bullshit?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played bullshit.
I'm sure you have. It's when you divvy up the deck again, and you can look at the cards and go, all right, here's 1, 2, and you put it in the center. And then you go around the circle, and the next person, here's 1, 3, or here's 2 4s, and you build up, and it repeats the suits, or not the suits, but the value of the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, someone's going to say, "Yeah, this is like 1 5," and someone's going to have like all 4 5s, and just be like, "That's bullshit."
And call them, and you got to pick up all the cards.
And then you have to pick up the whole pile of cards.
No. It's kind of boring.
Yeah. If you want an added
fucking-
difficulty, you'd take like 10 cards out of the deck and just set them off to the side.
Yeah. Study hall back in high school. I had a study hall one semester, I think junior year, and there was some fellows that used to get really, really animated about spades. Never got into spades, and I never even wanted to play with them because they were kind of scary.
I think I've played spades a couple times.
Not a fan. We're from the Midwest. I'd rather play euchre.
Euchre.
Yeah, euchre. I think I played hearts once or twice, but
Euchre's my ride or die.
that's your ride or die.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have Euchre on my phone.
I do too. I sometimes play when I'm at work.
I play on the hardest difficulty.
I do too.
And it pisses me off.
Because the computer partner, they don't know when the fuck to throw shit.
They don't know.
Which euchre one you got? Let me see the app.
Okay.
Because I know there's a couple of them.
Mine's old. Like, it's been through the last a couple. It's this blue one.
The blue one?
Yeah, the little blue one right here.
Oh, no, that's not the one I have. I have a different one. I think mine's red.
It looks like that when you open it up.
Oh, no, mine doesn't look like that at all. Mine's I don't know the developer or anything, but let's see. It's mine's All Star. I have this one.
Mm-hmm.
That one. That's the same one that
Okay.
Anna plays too. She plays on her phone sometimes. Again, it's a good time killer. Yeah, I have it on the hardest difficulty, but sometimes it's the computer throws fucking. I mean, not
It's horrible.
Not like adventurous dumb shit. It's just like, why the fuck didn't you take that book?
Yeah.
You threw the 9 when you definitely could have won with the king. You know, like what the fuck?
My pet peeve too is when they like call it a loan,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have any of the bowers, and they
Right.
get set,
Right.
and I'm sitting there going,
What the fuck? What the fuck,
fuck?
computer? Yeah, I think I only have like a 60% win percentage on my euchre game because it gives the data or whatever at the end.
"Oh, I don't bother looking at that."
I
shit.
looked one time, like, really, how many fucking hands do I win?
Yeah.
It's interesting to me. Anyway, this has been Card Game Talks on the Buzz Basement Bros podcast.
We didn't even get into like Super Fight or Cards Against Humanity.
No, I mean I mentioned Cards Against Humanity. I like Cards Against Humanity. On my TikTok lately, a lot of the What Do You Meme game has been popping up.
That's fun.
That game's been around forever. I don't know why. Maybe it's coming back.
We have
into,
it.
You get. Yeah,
We've played it.
Yeah, I know we've played it. I don't have that one. I have Cards Against Humanity.
I want to get all the spin-off Card Against Humanities.
I have. Well, they probably.
Because they make a lot of them.
They do.
Like Cows Against Hamburgers, I think is one of them.
Oh, you mean the knockoff ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just the
Because
expansions.
I have all but like 2 of the actual expansions.
Yeah.
Pixelated Bukkake is probably my favorite card.
Yeah. Original Cards Against Humanities, that's a great card. 2 midgets shitting in a bucket.
That one's a great one.
What's the one?
Daniel Radcliffe's.
Firing a gun while you're balls deep in a squealing hog or something like that.
Like that one too. That one's good.
Love that.
Yeah, I have to actually. Yeah, it's in my party bag. In my party bag, I got Uno, Phase 10, Cards Against Humanity, a Bluetooth speaker, a couple decks of cards, koozies.
Oh yeah, you got it all.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Take the backpack.
Yeah.
It's a backpack just full of shit to do.
One of my favorite
party bag
non Card Against Humanities that we played at my part-time job the one year. The guy had all the knockoffs that he brought in, and he didn't care. He's just like, I just use the boxes for storage. We mix them all in.
No, it
makes it so much easier, so much nicer because everything's mixed up. It's not repetitive. And so one of my favorite ones from that was, there was totally enough room on that door for Jack, you fucking bitch, or some shit.
That's a quality card.
And I was like, that's awesome. And I actually ended up wanting whatever card was.
You know who's sneaky good at Cards Against Humanity?
Who, me?
No. You know, I'm asking. You know who's sneaky good? Fucking Anna.
Well, yeah. She's quiet.
She's quiet and she she knows who's throwing. You know, because the rule is, I tell people whenever I'm fucking playing Cards Against Humanity, if it's a Nazi joke, automatic winner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. To me, it's funny.
The Reuter joke,
right,
will probably win.
Give me fucking coat hanger abortions all day. That's probably going to be a winner.
Yeah.
Save that one for when I'm reading.
Yeah.
You know, actually, officially in the rule book for Cards Against Humanity, to determine who goes first, it's the person who most recently pooped.
Yep.
It's spelled out.
Yep. I remember that. I remember reading it the first time I got the actual card box.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit is right.
That's awesome. And then we sat down to play it, and I asked my friends okay, who pooped last? And everybody's like, why do you need to know? I'm like,
let's find out who goes first.
I pooped an hour ago before I came, and whoever pooped last gets to start. And everybody's like, oh shit, when did I poop? I pooped last this morning. And I think it was my one cousin, Jameson, was just laughing and goes, I just came from the shitter. I'm like, all right, you start.
I pooped.
And I pooped.
This has been another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. Find us on Twitter, Instagram. Email us at buzzbasementbrospodcast@gmail.com. I don't know. Card games. Yeah, fun. Mm-hmm.
Riveting.
Yes. To us, it's interesting.
Oh, I love card games.
You too. My name is Aaron.
And I'm Andrew.
And we out.